Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to your own channel Me Study. Friends, I am your friend Ashutosh from I Am Indore, and as you all know, in Me Study, this is our Dream IM series. Dream IM series, friends, in which we are preparing for CAT, and in 75 days and 75 videos we are becoming ready for our CAT 28 exam, CAT 21 exam, which is on 28th November. Okay, so friends, we have already multiple videos in various sections, and today's our video is on verbal ability VA section. In VA section we will supposed to have 8 basic videos and 10 practice videos. 8 videos were 3 on basics and 5 on grammar. So already 3 basic videos on VA have been covered. You can refer our video number 2, 15 and 26, and for grammar we have already done 3 videos, video number 10, 20, 24. Video number 10 was on correct usage of nouns, 20 on correct usage of pronouns, 24 on correct usage of adverbs and adjectives. Our today's video is the next video in grammar. So 4th video on grammar, today's video grammar 4, and today we will study about another part of speech, a very important part, which is basically verbs. We will study what is verb, various types of verb, and then some correct rules regarding to correct usage of verbs. So what is verb? Verb is basically something which denotes action. In Hindi we call it kriya. So what is kriya? कुछ काम को करने related word. वो पढ़ रहा है, he is studying. So something is happening, some action is happening. So verb indicates the action done by the subject, or it can be even the state of being of the subject. There are basically 2 types of verb, main verb and auxiliary verb. So main verb is the, I would say, like we say sing, study and all, which is the main action which is being done. And auxiliary are basically the supporting verbs and are basically of the forms of be, have and do. So sometimes we will say he has been studying. So in this be is kind of your auxiliary and your main is study. So this auxiliaries can again be divided into primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Example of primary auxiliaries are, so like be, is, are, have, has, do, does, all these are the form of primary auxiliaries. And then your modal auxiliaries are form of your can, might, shall, should, would, could. All these forms are your modal auxiliaries. Now let us see the next part. In next part we are basically going to see there are 2 types of verb in which another way verb can be divided. One is your transitive and one is intransitive. So basic difference between is the kind of structure in which the sentence is there. Verb which do not require or which do not have objects in the sentence in which they are used are called intransitive. So my father is reading. This sentence is self-sufficient in itself. It is not something is lacking, so it does not require a verb in itself. This is the example of your intransitive verb. And transitive, in which we require the objects. So the professor gave them some assignments. So if you would have just ended the sentence as the professor gave, it is incomplete. He gave what? The action is incomplete, so it basically requires your object. This is an example of our transitive verb. Let us move to the next part. So next is about voice. So before going to rules, we are basically studying different parts in verbs, different types and different another subsections. So there can be 2 types of voices, active voice and passive voice. So let me explain this to you. So in active voice, basically the subject who is doing is basically focused, not the work. In passive, the work is focused. Just look at these 2 sentences. She has done the work. Here the focus is on she, the subject who has done the work. This is active voice. The work has been done by her. Here the main focus is on the work. So in active voice basically we can say subject is being focused, and in passive voice basically we can say the object is being focused. This is the primary difference between your active voice and passive voice. Another example, the principal read the report. So focus is on the principal. The report was read by the principal. Here the focus is on the report. This is active and passive. Let us move to the next part. In next part we will be discussing about the tenses part, which is another important thing. So verb in various forms regarding to tenses. So same sentence and same verb we will study types of sentences through it. So friends, first of all, we all know that there can be 3 types of tenses: present, past and future. Present, what is going on; past, which has already happened; future, which will happen. and within all these three we have four categories: simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. So in total, if someone asks how many tenses are possible, so three main tenses and four forms of each, so basically 12 tenses are there. Okay, so all combinations. So see, whenever something is simple, simple means just existing normal way. Continuous means that action is ongoing, that will be continuous. Perfect means showing completion, and perfect continuous means this action has been ongoing from past. One is it is only ongoing currently, one it has been ongoing from some amount of period of time. Just have a look at these four sentences and you will understand the difference. I teach English, simple present. We can identify whether it is present, past or future, that is easy. Within that, what is the type? So I teach English, simple. I am teaching English. Like I can say I am teaching grammar for cat 21. So this is continuous because this is something which is ongoing. Perfect, I have taught English. So this means that that person did this thing, he has taught it. It might not be necessary that currently also that action is ongoing, but this is something related to present only, not his past or future. Perfect continuous, he started doing it and is continue doing it, that is perfect continuous. I have been teaching English. So these were the four forms of present tense: simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. Let us move to the second part, which is our past tense. So first is again simple, I taught English. So in past, I taught English, this is simple past. I was teaching English. So in some past period of time, continuity. I had taught English, perfect. I had been teaching English, perfect continuous. Third type, which is basically future, I will teach English, simple. I will be teaching English, continuous. I will have taught English, perfect. I will have been teaching English, perfect continuous. So present, past and future, and in each four more types: simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. Total 12 forms of tenses. Now after having seen the types of verbs, the various types of voices and types of tenses, let us start the rules. And our entire next part of this session will be concentrated, next 10 slides will be about various rules. So first rule says that when two subjects are joined by and, verb is plural. Very simple. So whenever and is used, that means two or more doers are there, subjects are there. My friend and his father are in India. So this are, why it has to be plural? Because it is talking to, referring to two. So whenever two subjects are joined by and, verb has to be plural. Rule number 1. When two singular nouns joined by and refer to the same person, verb is singular. So if and is used, it is, I can say, a kind of way of exception or deviation from rule 1. And is used, but it is referring to same person or thing, then it will be singular. The secretary and treasurer has been arrested. So here the same person is acting as treasurer as well as secretary. They are not two separate people. So we will use singular. Rule number 2. Let us see the next rule. Rule number 3. If two different singular nouns express one idea, verb should be singular. Kind of, I can say, parallelism to rule number 2 only. So rice and curry is my favorite dish. So here you can say there are two items, rice and curry, but no, rice and curry, it acts as a dish and that is favorite of some person, so it will be is, not are. So we can say like curry and chawal is my favorite lunch item. Okay, so we will not say curry and chawal are, because it is referring to one singular item, singular form will be used. When two singular subjects are practically synonymous, then also verb should be singular. So it can happen that sometimes two things are there separate, but idea is they are going to continue, or they are going to convey a same idea, that are all singular. Peace and prosperity is the need of day. Now here you can say that peace is separate, prosperity is separate, it should have been are. No, but see, peace and prosperity are practically synonymous. If there will be peace, there will be prosperity, and vice versa. So we will be using is. Next rule, rule number 5. If two singular subjects combined by and are preceded by each or every. So whenever this each or every is there in the sentence, singular verb only. Why? Because in this we are pinpointing. So every boy and girl was present, or if we say even each boy and girl was, it will not be were. So with each and every singular verb will be used. Rule number 6, when subjects joined by either or, neither, neither nor are of different persons, verb will agree in person and number with noun nearest to it. So just remember, in case of either or, neither or, nearest to it. And also as a rule, plural subject must be placed nearest to the verb. This is very important. You can expect some question related to correction or something related to this particular rule. Let us see. Either the CM or the cabinet ministers are responsible for the problem. So cabinet ministers is placed near and it will take to the plural form. So either or is there, but this are is because cabinet ministers is plural. So this rule number 6, just keep in mind. Next, rule number 7, if connectives like with, together with, as well as, accompanied by, etc. are used to combine two subjects, the verb agrees with subject mentioned first. Very important. So in these words, with, together with, as well as, accompanied by, whatever is mentioned first, verb will be taken by this. The President of India together with his personal secretaries is invited. So you can say that it should have been are, because president and secretaries is multiple people we are referring to. No, in this it will be always to the subject mentioned first. So the President of India is single person, so singular verb. Rule number 8, when not only but also is used to combine two subjects, the verb agrees with the subject close to it. Not only Harish but is also his brothers. So nearest is what? His brothers. So this verb will relate to this. Remember, in case of not only and but also. It was our rule number 8. Let us go to the next rule. Rule number 9. Rule number 9 says that none can take either a singular or a plural verb depending on the noun which follows it. So just see these two cases. None of the counterfeit money has been found. So noun which follows it, counterfeit money, this is something which is singular, so we will use has. None of the students have finished the exam. Why this is singular and this is plural? Because of the noun. Money is singular, so singular. Students are plural, so plural. Rule number 10, many words indicating a number of people or animals are singular. So these some words are there which are always singular. So whenever we say family, so say family will have multiple members in it, but family as a whole is a singular verb. So family, Congress, group, committee, class, team, army, crowd, jury, government, minority, public, all these are basically your singular verb. Let us move to the next rule, or rule number 11. So rule number 11 states that majority can be singular or plural. If it is alone, it is singular. If it is followed by plural noun, it is also plural. So just see these two sentences. The majority believes that the country can progress. So in this case, since majority is used alone, we will be using the singular rule. The majority of the lecturers believe that the student has not copied in the exam. Here, along with majority, we are also using a plural noun. So we will using a plural form. Rule number 12. A number of, the number of, observe two structures. So there can be two structures which can be possible. A number of plus plural plus plural. So a number of students are going to the class picnic. The number of days in a week is 7. So depending upon what kind of noun is there, you can have plural as well as singular. Let us move to the next rule. Rule number 13. So our rule number 13 of verbs says that collective noun indicating time, money, measurement used as whole are singular and take a singular verb. So whenever there is a collective noun which indicates time, money or measurement, it will be singular. 25 rupees is not such a big amount for him. So you can say 25 rupees is plural. No, it is not plural. It is something collective representing money. Even if we say 10 kilometers is a small distance, it will be 10 kilometer are 10 kilometers is. So 25 rupees is not such a big amount for him. Next rule, when a lot of, a great deal of, plenty of, most of and some of refer to number, plural verb is used. A lot of people were present in the gallery. So whenever a lot of, great deal, plenty such use are there and represent number, it will be followed by the plural verb. Okay, this was our rule number 14. Let us see our next rule. So our next rule, rule number 15 states that when sorry for this typo, WHEN, when the percentage or a part of something is mentioned with plural meaning, the plural verb is used. So 30% of Indian women are literate. 30% of Indian women are literate. So this is something plural meaning. So 30% of Indian women means a plural number, right? Whatever is the women population, 50 CR, 60 CR, 30% of that. So that is a number. So that will be are literate. Barracks, headquarters, whereabouts, arms, etc. take a singular verb as well as the plural verb. So in this you need to be careful, both are allowed. The headquarters of the UNO is New York, as well as the headquarters of the UNO are New York. Both are acceptable, none of them is wrong. Let us see our next set of rules. Rule number 17. If sports, while referring to the players, the name of the country is followed by the plural verb. So whenever in sports we are referring, name of country will be plural. England have won the World Cup. It will not be England has. India have won the second position. Okay. So in case of sports, country name is followed by the plural verb. When the word enemy is used in the sense armed forces of a nation with which one's country is at war, we have to use the plural verb. So the enemy were forced to retreat. With in such cases, specific case, always we use the plural verb. So friends, these were all our 18 rules regarding to correct usage of verbs. Let me revise. Today we studied what is verb, something which represents action, main as well as auxiliary, transitive, intransitive, then various tenses, active voice, passive voice, and then various forms. In our next video, my dear friend, we will be doing one of our QA topic, quadratic and linear equations, important topics. A couple of questions you can always expect in CAT, as we see some last year papers trend. So we will discuss this. I hope our today's video on verbal ability, in which we discuss grammar rules, is clear to you. In case of any doubt, any clarity, please let me know in comment section or meedu.study@gmail.com. Friends, you might be thinking that these grammar videos are going theoretical. So remember these rules. We will have enough 10 special videos on practice. In case you are liking our content, please like our video, share it and subscribe to Meedu Study. Thank you friends. Take care. Have a very good day.